What is a little history that you have with Star Wars?
Well, when I was in high school, it was at the movie theater. And so me and my friends, we all worked there, and Star Wars played every single day, and it sold out every single show. And I would not go see it because I didn't want my brain sucked out.
Good plan.
Yep. So I didn't see it until after it had been there for a year at the theater. And they had a big celebration of it. Just watching it, and it was amazing. It was so bizarre and so cool, and that's back when everything was on reels, so they were the giant film reels, and the thrill for me was keeping a little piece of the negative film.
Right, I remember we have some of that in the attic.
But
some of our Star Wars things.
That little piece of that. Since I work, I threw it away by mistake. I put garbage in my purse.
That was the one that you threw away.
Yes.
Right, threw away a precious piece of Star Wars history.
I couldn't believe it because he was so cute. Luke standing there with the sun, the two
suns. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that was.
That was good.
Yep.
So, and then did you see the other Star Wars movies after that? The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi?
I don't remember right off the bat. I know I saw them, but I don't know.
Yeah, I know that you've seen them, but you don't recall them as well as you do the first Star Wars one, episode 4.
I remember parts of it. Jabba. You remember the Leia and her chained up thing, and the
exactly, and
the frozen thing of
Luke and Vader confrontations.
Right, and Han getting frozen in that carbonite, that thing. Mm-hmm.
Exactly, and then going around to the 90s and 2000s when the prequel movies came out, the ones that take place before the original trilogy, but when I was a kid.
Okay.
I know. I clarified this because she's not a hardcore Star Wars person, so you got to clarify this.
It's Star Wars, my Star Wars. That's all I know. I don't know how to call it. It's my Star Wars.
Right, and you don't remember all the prequel stuff that much anyway, because that was more my time and whatnot.
I was just happy that you guys as kids, that it was that it came back and you guys got to enjoy it.
Heck yeah. Still have a lot of the toys from both.
I know what R2-D2 is. I know. Chewbacca, I know. Yes, I love that.
Perfect. And then, so when the sequels came out, this is where it gets really confusing, big time. So, when Episode 7, The Force Awakens, came out, I know it took a while for you to see it because I had to force you to watch it.
My face is already going...
Because you didn't know what I was talking about. This was the one that had Poe they're on the planet, and then they're looking for the roly-poly droid, and they're on the Tatooine-like planet, and then
the beep guy?
And Han gets killed in that one.
Oh, yeah, that one. Okay, God, that one was such a dumb movie. I don't remember. I don't remember it all very much because it was. I only saw that. I only watched it once.
I only made you watch it once.
It was a long movie.
And that was less than 6 months ago that we watched it, but it's already fleeted from memory.
Yeah, it was so bad.
And Rogue One was the other one.
Is that the one where everybody died?
That's the one where everybody died.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody died. That was another bad movie. God, they were bad movie.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
And then when I made you watch Star Wars: The Last Jedi, because you made me watch Fantastic Beasts, and that was awful.
It was a horrible movie.
Yes. This was my revenge to make you watch this piece of crap.
Yeah, that was mean.
And right off the bat, without any influence, you hated it. You're starting to not like it right away, right? With the title crawl.
I didn't even know what was happening. We had to stop and explain what was happening in the title crawl because I didn't know who was what. I didn't understand.
The First Order reigns. The first, and then Snoke is something with the Rey.
Yeah,
things.
Yes, it was very confusing. It's very, very, very confusing.
Yeah, they're not good. So, what did you think about the movie as we were watching it?
My face is falling off. I don't understand that movie. I don't understand. What? I didn't understand.
When we saw Luke, when she hands him the lightsaber, and then he tosses it over.
I still don't understand. It made no sense.
And those little porgs, the little creatures that were on his island.
With the walking fish people? Or whatever they were?
No, these were the little puffball bird things.
Oh, the ones, the Madagascar things. Those are on that island?
Yeah, those are on his island.
Okay, yeah.
They follow them in the Falcon later, but those.
Oh yeah, because they were with. No, I didn't understand. That was suddenly Madagascar. I don't know. I am lost. It made no sense. It made no sense. And then we were in. It was like Alice in Wonderland with the walrus milk thing.
Yes,
I don't understand.
It's been famously called Mercamel now. A Mercamel.
A Mercamel.
Because it's Mark Hamill murking a Mercamel, a water camel.
Ridiculous. No, the whole thing with, I don't know what time span, I couldn't figure out how much time was passing because I blinked and we were on another side of the galaxy. I don't know. I really don't understand.
Yeah, which they try their hardest to explain, like when they establish when they're being chased by the First Order. They establish that they have like 30 hours or 16 hours or a fuel or something, and then they go to Rey and Luke, and then they make it seem like days have passed.
Yeah, I have no idea. Well, even on that planet, when they were he's gonna go fishing, and he's on the little pole, and then it's sun, and then it's raining, and I don't know what's happened. I don't know. And he's carrying a fish that's bigger than him, and I'm just lost. Lost the entire time.
And could you understand them when they're talking half the time?
No. No, I'm trying to think back to when they were in space and they're trying to get to the planet, to their base.
Yeah.
Right? And then the bad guys, whatever they're called.
The First Order. Yeah, the
Order.
fake empire.
Yeah, so they're shooting at them with I don't know what, because how do you not blow up the entire everything with one big boom? You've got little, I don't know.
Little pew-pews.
Yeah. And then there's one going and I don't know. They're all, and nobody's fighting back or dodging anything because they're just on one little path.
Right. What'd you think of Leia, though? Princess Leia, or in this one, General Leia?
Well, I don't know. She suddenly got lockjaw. I couldn't understand her voice. I don't know what happened. If that's just age, I didn't understand her. You mean like when she was floating through space?
that's not what I was referring to, but yeah, sure, why not? Really annoyed.
I mean, if she had that kind of power, to me, it's like you wouldn't even have to be blown up to begin with.
Why doesn't she just, fly onto the other ship or something?
Yeah, why do you even need...
What's the point?
That was just weird. The whole movie just has me confused. At time references, I can't tell what happened at the same time.
Do you remember how Kylo Ren was Han Solo's son and Leia's son? And that's Snape.
No, the
guy
Snape
who looks
guy.
like Snape.
The Snape. I couldn't understand what the Harry Potter was doing in the movie. Why was Snape in this movie? I thought, why is there a young Snape here? And you had to tell me that was their kid, and I was just again baffled. Yeah, that was supposed to be Han and Leia's child.
Named Ben.
Oh my god, every time they said Ben, I didn't know who you were talking about. Ben Kenobi. And I'm like, what? No, so his name is Ben.
But he renamed himself Kylo Ren.
Kylo.
And they
but
never
he looks like
why.
Snape. And so I am very lost.
And then there's Rey. Or as we all know her as, Mary Sue. The girl who has all the powers and never loses.
And she's annoying. No, I don't understand her purpose. I don't care anything about her. Just go away.
Yeah, but isn't she a strong female character based on what you've seen in 2 movies. What can you
She's annoying
say
and
about her?
perfect. There's no way you're going to be able to... Can you get dirty?
Did you like, if you're going to talk about Luke, what do you like about Luke from back in the day?
Back in the day,
What made him good?
In my start, he was young. He made mistakes. He got hurt. He, when he's practicing using the Force, he's blindfolded and whatever,
Yeah,
that
with a little robot.
the thing he's zap him, and he gets zapped so many times because he misses, and he's using his eyes, not his mind, I guess, or something. I don't remember everything, but I don't know. He was real. She's just, oh, I can fight. I can beat you. I can fly a ship that, oh yeah, she's can do everything. Isn't that nice? How convenient.
No, it's not what makes a female character strong.
Luke was just a young person wanting to be part of something bigger.
But Rey wants to find her parents.
I don't care about Rey. I don't even remember where she came from. Again, I'm like...
On Discount Tatooine. Jakku was the name of the desert planet she came from, but it's just a copy of Tatooine.
I don't know. I mixed her up with the little girl from the movie where everybody died.
Yeah, with Jin, but at least...
it's not her, but I think that's the only thing it blends together.
Yeah, and well, how would you compare this Rey to, young Leia, to the old ones?
Oh my god, Leia was great. She was snotty with...
Tarkin.
Yeah, but she
Vader.
was still smart, and I don't know, she was still a lady, and she was still strong.
I see it.
I
see it too. As she was able to be, she got captured by Jabba, and was basically chained and leashed next to him, but still was able. She was technically a damsel in distress, but she got herself out of it and killed her captor. I mean. What's more badass than that? Is what I could say. What's stronger than that? Or when they first rescue her, she's like, somebody has to save our skins. Like she's doing the work from there. They reached her. They got their goal done. Now she's got to figure out how to get them out of there because they didn't think that far.
And the little, they're funny lines, like, you're a little short for a stormtrooper, and, just...
Yeah, maybe not the best lines, but it's not cringeworthy.
No, and, get the walking carpet out of her way, and, I don't know. I liked it because you just got to know each of the, you knew
the characters enough.
The characters, and there was a little bit of, because Han was... Here he thinks I'm rescuing, and I don't want to do this anyway, and she's not very grateful, and and does not appreciate it. And she's right, because they don't have a very good plan, and they aren't really doing a very good job. So it was really good. This one, I don't know, you just perfected everything, so what's the point? I don't know what the point is. I didn't get to grow to like her. I didn't see her really struggle or nothing with her.
Which, that's in my opinion, as a film person, like, you're not really a huge film person. You watch movies, but you that's all it is. Just watching movies for the most part.
Just movies.
But, for the most part, to connect with the character, you have to see them struggle a little bit and overcome something, rather than just, I can just do it because I just can. In fact, in TV shows, when they introduce characters like that later on against your main character, we usually don't like that character.
I was just going to say, I pretty much, I was going to say...
Usually we have our...
say, what a bitch.
we usually have
her.
We usually have our character that we like, and then they introduce the perfect one, and we don't like them, because we know that our character struggles and works for what they're doing.
Right.
And
well, like I do. Am I not supposed to kind of relate to them? I'm going to pick up everything that's going to be perfect. No, you shouldn't be able to fly that damn ship by yourself. It shouldn't go. How do you do that?
You need 2 people to pilot it.
And she fought those... Okay, and then she's fighting the red guys. With the Emperor man guy, the creepy ugly guy.
Yeah.
Is he the brother to the other one? Are
they wanted to emulate the Emperor, so they created a random guy to become the new leader.
Stereotype, because they're evil, they gotta be ugly? Is that the only way I can tell?
I don't know. They like to make them deformed now. I don't know.
I mean, it's like, okay, he's really...
His whole character didn't need to be in this, but yeah.
What was the red and black guy? And that was
That was Darth Maul.
Yeah, that one was cool, though. He was bad, but he was badass, too.
Yeah, and he only has 2 lines of dialogue in an entire movie.
And I don't even know anything else about that one. I just know that
we don't either.
That one, I thought he was cool, and it was a different evil, a different bad. And then...
If anything, he was just a talented swordsman that fought against our heroes. That's all it really was, but he looked intimidating.
And then the other, then it's like the Emperor and this other guy.
Snape.
Well, not Snape, but First Order. First Order?
Yeah, that's the name of the regime that they lead.
So so he just looks almost like the other guy did.
Yeah.
So are they brothers?
Who knows?
Are they this?
They killed him in this, so we can't ask questions why
I don't
or
understand.
where to say that his existence was pointless. But they think that helps it when his whole introduction was pointless anyway, because we don't know or care about anything about him.
No, how did he come to
after
power?
The Emperor,
I don't know.
After the Emperor, what does this matter? What's the point? And the Red Guards are supposed to be talented swordsmen, and then Rey is able to fight with them, and she's never...
Right.
I mean, I can believe that she knows how to defend herself. That's fine. But to expect to walk against a professional, let's say a fencer, and you're a rookie, you're going to lose no matter what, because they are skilled in the art and you are not. If you're going to go up against a musician that is professional and you are a rookie, you will not be better than them.
Well, and you may be the fastest runner at your school in your town, but when you go to the state or the country, you're not.
Right, you can be hot shit on your planet.
But
that's like where other things, like where Dragon Ball Z was, where on their planet at one point this one guy became the strongest, and then go out in the galaxy and they're not even in the same spectrum of strength as them, so they have to work at it to get there.
You're nothing. So how is it that she even? Well, I never even heard of these Red Guards before, but maybe they are new in the last.
Well, they were barely
in the future 30 years.
They were in the Revenge of the Sith for a few seconds, and they were in the old Star Wars, the ones that you know. But I think more in the Return of the Jedi, the one with the Ewoks and stuff. I think they were briefly in there, just seen, but they exit the room. They don't really do anything.
I forgot about Ewoks.
Don't you miss them in comparison to all this stuff?
Now, as far as cutesy, those were at least cuter things. They were still silly,
and they're still technically carnivorous. Like they're still cute and vicious.
They were cute, and but it was just another life form, way thing.
You could believe it would exist.
Oh, I know what was dumb in this new movie, that Yoda came into it.
Oh yeah,
Yoda came in here.
What'd you think about that?
Well, Yoda, who's already supposed to be 1,000 years old, but he wasn't really looking 1,000 years old. I mean, and now suddenly we aged him in 30 years. They've made him age. I don't even know.
I think they claim that that's the same puppet that they used in the original, but it doesn't look like it. It looked worse.
Well, they didn't keep it in a good container because it looked really old and raggedy.
Yes, it looked really bad.
It looked really bad.
What'd you think when he summoned lightning to strike the tree?
Again, I didn't know what was going on.
I had to pause it and rewind it for you because he flicks his finger and then the lightning comes down.
Well, I didn't know. Everything happens so disconnected. I did not understand the whole flow. If you didn't stop and tell me, this is the place where they trained them or had artifacts of whatever. I mean, I didn't know what. I have no idea what anything is. I don't. And then what? So that was I don't know, called like the Tree of Life. I don't even know.
I don't remember what it was
called.
Tree of
Knowledge,
either,
Tree
but
of
it's
Life,
basically what it is. Yes.
Tree of something, and so if Yoda is dead, and then he still makes lightning, and I don't understand.
Well, and you would think, why wouldn't Obi-Wan? Why wouldn't Ben Kenobi? Why wouldn't Ben Kenobi visit him?
And are they not? Then now are you messing with the real world and choices and things that are going on? You're crossing your lines, and
what does that make you think when you see him summon lightning? Like it makes you think, what else could they do?
Right. Yeah.
Because now they can't just talk to you and give you advice. Now it's, they can interact with the world and,
Yes.
what if that was a ship? Like, can you destroy a ship?
You can make bad weather that,
Yeah, can you control a whole planet and do something? That really disconnects it as to where before, even though they visually appear and maybe move the grass as they walk in their Force Ghost form, that doesn't really affect anything. And it just seems like they're there for the person rather than anyone that walks in can see them. I don't even know how that would work. If anyone could see them, or just people really connected to them could see them.
I only thought Luke could see them. I didn't think...
They never made that clear because they never showed anyone else. Well, I think
they could see each other, Ben
I think there was one moment in Return of the Jedi, at the very end of the originals that were your Star Wars. I think they show they're partying, and Luke looks off to the side and sees his dad, Obi-Wan, and Yoda, but nobody else seems to see them.
Right.
So that does kind of tell you, maybe that's them. And to me, that said that's the end of them. They don't need to ever appear again, because their whole goal of mission of destroying evil is done. So even if new evil comes, they won't ever come back, because they're done. But even if they do, it might be in voice or just to Luke in appearance. That's it.
Yeah.
But they can't really affect anything other than give them support.
Yeah. That's what I thought. I mean, they were gone. So in this new movie, when Snape is talking to the dopey girl...
Yeah,
when
Rey,
she's
a Skype call of the Force.
Yes.
Which confused you too, because you're like, why are they... What?
What was that? I did not understand that at all. I was, again, lost, forever lost.
Their explanation later was that Snoke, the Emperor brother guy, made that connection, which again makes no sense because we don't know who he is and why he has that power or anything. It just...
No, the whole thing is stupid.
Did Han have his shirt off, or Luke in the old ones? Did you care?
No, I didn't. I just don't understand. So they were talking through and then she shot her weapon.
She shot it at him, but he wasn't there.
The whole thing had me confused, and then that Luke didn't even know what was going on too.
There's still 2 whole sections of the movie we haven't even touched on yet. Do you remember the casino planet?
Oh, I don't with those. How did they go there? Why did they? I don't remember why they went.
So they went out of an escape pod that can go light speed, and they kind of just snuck away to a planet, which proved that those escape pods could have been a good way for them all to escape the danger in the first place. But
I don't remember why they were on that place at all.
They were looking for a code breaker to get past the shields.
Was that where that's not where they found the lightsaber to begin with, is
it?
From the Edna lady?
Yeah, that's where they got it from the Edna lady.
From the Edna lady.
From Maz Kanata, but that was from the Edna lady.
She looks like Edna from The Incredibles, the designer lady.
Yes.
She's like her. That's who I thought that was. And I was, again, confused because there are so many different movies all mashed up into one movie that I don't even know.
Didn't remember the guy with the lapel, the red...
Humphrey Bogart?
Yes.
Humphrey Bogart was in there. I don't even know why. Like Casablanca? What am I seeing? I do not understand.
No. But do you even remember what they were doing on that planet? With all the bad cosplay looking aliens and Finn, the ex-black stormtrooper, and Rose, the engineer, guy. I guess.
And then the Asian lady who looks like from Z Nation.
Uh-huh.
Maya in the Skya.
Yes.
Or Kaya in the Skya. That's who she looks like, that one. No, I don't know why they were on that planet at all.
Yeah, they're trying to find the Casablanca guy to break the code to something with the other ship. It's very convoluted. They really didn't think this through at all for making any sense.
A shield?
They're trying to get through a shield. You need to hack through a shield real quick, basically.
A shield for a planet or a ship or
on
what?
A ship.
I don't know.
They needed to destroy a ship.
Wait, nope. I don't know what's
that
going
was
on.
tracking them through. They made this so much more complicated than they needed to for anything.
See, I don't remember.
So one of the big bad guy ships was able to track the good guy ships through through light speed, which you shouldn't be able to do. So wherever they would go,
they have like a
they'd
tracker
be able to
on them or
follow.
something. They think
they need to break through the shields of that and like destroy them from the inside and then run away. Was basically the whole plan. And
when did the gold, was it a gold or silver? The shiny, I don't know what she was, robot.
Shiny robot.
She was going to kill him, but not nicely.
Oh, that was the
That was in
Chrome.
the casino.
That was the Chrome one.
Chrome. She was shiny, right?
That's Captain Phasma. She died in the first one, but they changed their mind and put her in this one. And yeah, that was at some point. She was.
That was at the casino, right?
No, that was after the casino.
Oh God.
When they left the casino. At the casino was where they had the space horses and the
I remember
opera
the horses and the
aliens.
I remember that stupid part, and I remember the little children that were taken care of in the barns or whatever, the stable boys, stable kids. Still made no sense, and I don't get it.
Because Finn was like, "This place is cool," and then Rose says, "This is the worst place in the
galaxy."
galaxy."
It's all corrupt and I don't understand. Honestly, it's like a million movies all in one, and I don't know where anything was going. I don't. I know that, I forgot there was that little piece of bizarreness, and then you blink, and then we're on the planet with the no snow.
Oh,
it wasn't snow, but it was salt.
Did you like the salt planet? Did you believe me when I said that they taste the ground?
Well, I couldn't understand. So wait, so they're floating in space in their ships, escape pods. I don't know what
the transport ships. Yeah,
that can't do anything but just
they have no shields.
Float slowly on their way.
Down there, yeah.
And then the other First Order is shooting them. And you've got a million little teeny ships and everything, but you cannot blow all of them up? Really? You guys suck.
Yeah.
Why are we even afraid of you when you...
These are less than 300 guys left.
Back.
They're less than 300 guys, and they're all sitting ducks.
Pew. Okay,
Okay, reload. 3, 2, pew.
Yeah, where's my Star Wars
reload.
battleship
3, 2.
game? Rebel Commander. Fire.
Yes.
You know.
Pew, 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 pew.
Miss,
Yes.
What the hell? I'm sorry, but you have weapons and little flying things.
TIE fighters.
TIE fighters that can go, and those all have weapons. Are you playing with them? Is this cat and mouse?
No, they really want to snub them out. There's only less than 300 left. I mean, the fact that they are even trying to kill these last few doesn't make any sense to me.
They just blow them up?
They've already said that they control the whole galaxy. At the beginning of the movie, they lost their biggest weapon that lost thousands of troops and warriors and weapons and resources, but they also control the galaxy now. All of a sudden,
clearly they are not very good at their shooting or something, or their weapons are...
I mean, that's no different to the stormtroopers, but they get onto the salt planet, and they get into that base.
Well, wait. So first of all, then they get to Purple Lady, and they're going to their planet, and I don't know how many hours it was supposed to take for them to get floating through space.
It's like 16 or 30.
And how suddenly they're there.
Yep.
But I blinked, I'm sorry. I blinked and I missed it all. I don't know how they got there, unloaded.
Because they never show them
and now
land.
They're
just there.
This cave, and there's no way out.
They say there's no way out.
There's no way out, and suddenly they're outside.
They immediately show them
we are outside. I assumed it was the bad guys.
Yes.
Jumping into ditches. That's who I thought it was, because there was no way out.
They
established
established there's no way out.
There was no way out.
Just just the hangar.
And my next blink is that there's people, human men, jumping into ditches.
Yeah.
In the daylight.
Because they apparently went out one of the side doors, even though they said there's no way out.
Well, so I thought it was. I thought it was the enemy. Which wasn't it?
No, that was the good guys. No, that was the good guys.
The good guys. See, I'm already confused again.
They're trying to set up to fight against the bad guys.
Well, how did they get outside when there's no way out? I'm sorry.
Right. No, but then even worse, then they get in their ships and they get out again through a different doors.
And they have ships. And isn't it pretty? It was lovely with the white and the red. That
looked cool.
Very
Didn't make
cool
any sense,
and
but
very
okay.
beautiful.
And then the guy licked the sand to go, oh.
It's not snow, it's salt or whatever. It's like,
who would do this ever? And in the situation, there's less than 300 of you guys left.
if you aren't cold, then what? I don't even know. I don't get it.
Yeah, I know.
I was so confused. I thought those guys were the bad guys, and then they were the good guys. And even then, I still get confused.
No, so then they established that there's like apparently 5 ways out of the cave.
Well, they sent a message to where they
sent,
somebody they were sending a message.
Yeah, they're trying to reach their allies.
To the allies, and then nobody's gonna answer them.
Yeah, they're like, nah, fuck that.
Okay, so I lost track of already. How far are we in a galaxy, and how long does sound take to travel, or how instantaneous are your little communicators?
Even in Star Wars, sometimes there's a distance problem.
So, again, that has me very confused.
Yeah. But in Star Wars, it is usually pretty quick, but they do establish that sometimes it takes a little stronger of a signal or something to reach certain edges.
They're relayed from one planet or base.
In Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, they established that, they could reach Naboo, but they can't reach Geonosis, which is however further away.
Like little cell towers out there in space.
They need to relay. They need to relay stuff.
Something.
So logically, this whole thing is kind of stupid too. They're reaching out to the allies and
right. Okay, I don't know. I just thought, well, right. And the Snape guy, he's all mad.
Very mad. He wants to kill all of them.
And he's really mad.
And Ray didn't want to join, so he's all pissed.
Asian girl, and I didn't understand them. They love, I forget.
Well, apparently, even though they established in the first one that he liked Ray, Finn.
Suddenly
that he liked Ray, but he doesn't even see her in this movie until the very end.
Okay, wait a minute. Now, how much time has actually in this movie? I don't even know how much time has gone by in this movie.
They make it sound like less than 20 hours, but it looked like it was a couple of days.
Because she was on the island planet thing with Luke for this training, and again, I don't know how much time went by, and I don't know how much time has gone by from anything. I don't know.
In the chase, they try to establish time a lot, and by saying, there's 16 hours here, there's 8 hours here, there's 3 hours here. They try to, but it makes it worse because of the events that are happening and where they're traveling from and everything. It makes less and less sense the more you think about it. Yeah, I see that this has stressed you out.
It is very
very much.
It is just, I just don't understand it.
Like, if I were to have left you alone to watch this from beginning to end without me giving any commentary or pausing, what do you think your response would be?
My chin is dropping because I was confused in the crawl of the thing of who the bad guys were. I really didn't know. The way they worded that stuff, I was lost.
Well, and they called the good guys the Resistance and then Rebels. They changed it up a lot.
I don't know who they are. I don't know who they are.
They don't even know who they are.
I don't know who they are.
And they're also the Republic, but then they weren't.
And, I know my people are old, because I'm old. But I wanted, when Han dies, can you be...
So what did you want from these sequels? If you heard that they're going to make Star Wars sequels, what would you have wanted to see?
I wanted to see my people get together one time. I wanted them to be together, at one point. I would have liked to have seen some idea of that 30 years, what happened. I don't know, suddenly they have a kid and he's 30 years old and he's crazy and he's bad. I don't get it. And then you're going to give me a flashback to Luke trying to kill him and that's why he's bad? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah, and does that Luke remind you of the brave Luke from before at all? I mean, and then does the flashback make it justified as to why he runs and hides and says he wants to kill himself, apparently?
No, he's all depressed and sad, and I don't know why. And then how come little Yoda, there we go, his name just went away. How come Yoda doesn't come, happy you must be, or something, and give him little talks and make him cheer him up and get him on the right path again. Why doesn't that happen? And where's...
Yeah, well, a lot of people argue on the internet. You're not aware of the fandom menace and the internet conversations and stuff.
No, I don't know what a fan... What's a...
Yeah, you don't... That's okay.
Okay.
That's not important. Like, the community. It's a community,
basically. Okay. It's not another movie. I just thought it was another movie.
What other
another
people
movie
think?
I don't know the name of?
You're not aware of the internet's stuff that goes on the YouTubes and all that. So you don't know all the arguments that go around with that. But a lot of people like to say that a lot of people say, well, you're just mad that Luke wasn't kicking ass and being cool. And a lot of people that were warriors one time get old and depressed and lonely. But okay, true, but because we did not see it, how do we care?
I don't connect. I don't understand it.
They also tell us that Kylo Ren is Han and Leia's kid, but how can we care if we never saw them interact?
And we don't even have them together as a couple.
In the Force Awakens, they hug once, and then that's it. They only hug once, and then that's it.
It was just so disappointing. And then when he's dead, and then Chewie is there. I'm sorry, you don't even give Chewie a moment, and there's no grief. Nobody grieved.
Nobody's allowed to grieve, really.
Nobody grieved. There's no... They
had a fleeting moment in the Force Awakens where Leia and Rey grieve together for some reason, and Chewie doesn't with that group. But I mean, yeah,
it was not a grief.
They hugged.
A hug.
I know they hugged and went, oh.
And
yeah, I know. Which
it was
very dumb.
It was pathetic. It was not.
And which is why you're excited also for Ivan Ortega, the brown guy's, little edit of.
Oh. It was so good.
I only showed you one edit that he did, one edit of it, and you're convinced that that's great.
I cried on that one, right? Is that the one?
I showed you the one where Luke and Leia react to Han's death. They grieve over his death.
It felt so good to cry, and I felt dumb, but it felt good to feel and see that emotion, to see them react how they should to that loss.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And it was like, I felt better. I felt better, I was like, oh.
Because it feels important.
It was very important,
It's not just, whatever that happened.
Yeah, he's gone. No, he was important. He's gone now. He was
the smuggler. He was the guy with the quips. He was everybody knew him in the galaxy basically as the guy who beat the Kessel Run and outran Jabba and the Empire and was always around and just shoved under like he was nothing.
He was your friend, your hero, he was the good bad guy.
The guy you kind of want to be and you might be a little jealous of because he's that guy.
And so he's gone, and nobody lives forever. But acknowledge it, and it was such a good. And then you showed me, which I like. Can I say it?
Yeah.
That the trailer for the.
Yeah, the trailer. That's all over YouTube. So you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
So that trailer for this same horrid movie.
Yeah, the re-edit.
The re-edit actually makes it look like it's going to be a good movie. I wished it was. Yes. I really do. Because it's pretty sad when your re-edited trailer is better than the movie.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because he's using the same footage, he's using some other things and maybe adding other audio things and trying to self-insert some of his own stuff and play different music over scenes and play slower or something, but he's using the same footage.
I didn't hate the girl. It was like you're going to train her. Okay, now I'm kind of getting to know her. I feel, I get a little understanding. I might like you now.
Right, and if they can make us like her through his re-edit, then that's impressive.
Right?
Extremely impressive.
And I'm telling you, the one you showed me before, with everyone reacting to Han's death and just the whole thing. Oh my God, it was so good. It was so.
And it's like
feel better. I feel like respected.
Yes, and that's what this whole sequel trilogy should have been, that because they marketed it as this has your old people that you love, Luke, Han, and Leia, and Chewie, and everyone. This is a sequel and the finale to the Skywalker saga. But this whole thing with these two movies,
they made it clowns and horrible.
This whole thing hasn't even been about them. This has just been about the new people, and then our old ones getting stepped on. It's not. If it was a real sequel and a finale to them, then they would be the forefront, the new characters would be the side front, and they'd be maybe by the end taking some control by the end, but this would be our character's story.
Bring them in, intermingle. It's got to have connections, and I did not connect to any of the other stuff. So, whoever did your editing...
Yeah, Ivan Ortega.
Ivan Ortega, you're amazing.
Yes, I love
absolutely amazing. And I really wished that the movie was as good as
your
edit. Yeah,
I'll let you know, Ivan Ortega. I'll cut you this piece right here to send you. You'll appreciate that.
I really wish the movie was as good as the edit that he did, and the one I'm telling you that made me cry, and I don't like to cry. Even thinking about it right now, I want to cry. But I really appreciated that. Because, man...
Yeah, it's just one scene that, you cared about those characters, and they don't do it. And this whole movie that they showed in their version just was like, who cares about that? This is what you need to care about now, and you should care about these people, and we have no reason to care about them.
And what's hard too is like, okay, these are people I grew up with. They're my age, every one of them. And if you're gonna kill them off and you don't care, you're killing me off and you don't care. I don't matter.
Very well put. That I don't think it's been put that way, but yeah, that's how a lot of us feel these days, because a lot of people, whether they're in their 40s, 50s, 30s, 20s, that liked the stuff, like we're in the media lately, and in articles, and on lots of responses from people that are working on the films now, pretty much act like we don't matter anymore. They're like, well, let the past die. Who cares about those people? Yeah. It's all the new stuff that matters. If you don't like it, then you are a bad person. You qualify as a 40-year-old male incel scumbag, Russian bot, whatever crap they keep on throwing at people that don't like The Last Jedi. You fall in that somehow now.
Yeah,
Mom.
somehow. It's like, no, I'm just an older lady, and the movie killed off those people and didn't care. Yeah. We don't matter anymore. And the re-edits that you guys did, thank you, because it makes us... I don't know.
It gives us what we want. That was Ivan Ortega's goal, was to give us something that we wanted. He said he wanted to do it because he wants to give us something good, because The Last Jedi gave us such bad feelings. He wants to give us some good feelings.
I mean, I just remember my Star Wars, seeing that in the movie theater. It was hope, it was dreams, and that was exciting because it was different, and there was hope in, and those weren't great times either in the world. So it was just fun to have that.
Yeah, and it was a good escape, wasn't it?
It was an amazing escape, yes.
Would you ever want to escape with these current movies or characters?
I just want to escape by getting away from them. I don't want to run. They're just too weird. I know I'm older, but if everything I'm seeing reminds me of other movies I've seen,
then it's not doing a good job.
They are not doing a good job. And I just think that's very sad. They're using that much money and they're doing pathetic.
Yes.
I don't know. It is terrible.
I like to use the comparison of when George made his first Star Wars movie, that however much money that was, probably way less than a third of a fourth of amount that they've spent on these newer ones. It doesn't matter how much it cost, because the characters were the soul of the movie, and you can put all the effects you want in your movie, but that doesn't make it a good movie. You have to have character first. Yeah. You could have used cardboard, literally, and fake toy guns from whatever, and still have had a better movie than these new ones because of the characters, if we liked them.
Oh, yeah.
If we liked them, then it'd be fine. But if we don't, you could get people to sympathize with The Rock. If you put enough character behind it, or enough emotion, enough something, you can make people care about a stupid rock. If you play music over it a certain way, you give it something to interact with, it loses something, you can care.
Yeah,
So,
my Star Wars, the music was good. The everything was just imagination. It was all different. And I know things are different,
different times now.
Different times,
you can't
and
relive
a
the
lot
same
of outer
thing.
space, and there's so much.
Do you expect to relive the same thing?
No.
No.
No, but storytelling is storytelling. You have to have a character. You have to have someone that you can relate to. They've got to grow and change, and you just can't throw them at me and tell me I have to like them or I.
Yeah, that's basically what they've been doing this whole time, is telling you, you are a woman, so you should love Rey.
Sorry, I don't like her. I didn't like her at all.
They make it seem like you can never, because you're a woman and Luke is a male or Han's a male, that you can't connect to them. When you can. You definitely can.
No.
Just like a lot of men can connect to Leia or to other female characters. A lot of people use Alien, Ripley as an example, or Sarah Connor from Terminator as great examples as, strong women. Those are strong women. They suffer, they struggle, they, try to overcome, they use their skills, they care about people, they're allowed to be vulnerable, and they're allowed to be strong.
And they're scared, and they hurt, and...
Which makes when they fight back even better, rather than them just being confident the whole way. I don't think this
girl even perspired. Did she glisten at all even? I don't think so.
I don't know. When she was confronting Snoke, I was hoping she'd show a little bit of fear, but she's just like, no, I am just totally against you. And she has no reason to be, if anything, she should be curious of what he's offering or something, but no, not even an ounce.
And if he's so powerful, why didn't he just squish her? Anyway. He's done. Boop.
Yeah.
You're out of here.
I don't know.
I don't understand that. But...
The whole concept of these movies are pointless. There's no story behind it. They literally just said, we need to make some money in some movies. Here's a director that we know that remade Star Trek. Just make this now. Okay. And then they're like, do we have a plan for the whole trilogy? No. Well, then just give it to another director, and then he'll just do whatever he wants with it. And then we're giving it back to the first guy to make the last movie that's going to come out next year. And who knows? But I don't care, because they severed any attachment of caring. Are you curious, or do you just want them to stop?
They need to stop.
Do we need 1,000 more Star Wars movies, or do you think we're
Sadly,
good with what we have?
They aren't doing it right. If I lost his name already, because I don't remember names.
Rian Johnson.
No, the one who did the edit.
Ivan Ortega.
Ivan Ortega. Yeah, if you could make a movie. Somehow that would be it. But, no, I think I'm done. I've had my fill.
Yeah, and I think...
of their torture. I don't even know.
Well, it's like, what's funny is that after the movies have been out for so long, they've, made so many books, as you know of. Like, I have plenty of Star Wars books. There's video games, there's comics, there's plenty of other medias that they can do it. I mean, they could do animations. Like, they've done Star Wars TV shows.
And those are Legos the Lego ones.
There's Legos, exactly. Yeah. So, honestly, they don't need to make new movies. They can just make other type of genres.
If they make them... I know I won't have the expectations of this is going to be a good movie. It's going to be a great movie to make fun of.
Yes.
Because that's all it will be.
Yes. And by the way, you've seen Rogue One without me. I made you see the other two movies, but... Yeah.
Rogue One was the one where everyone died, right? I saw that one with...
So
not you at all.
I didn't influence you on any of this, did I? I mean, anyway, I've told you movies that I hate that you've liked. I've told you things that I like that you don't like or something. We both seem to agree on Star Wars and Harry Potter, though, that the new Fantastic Beasts suck and the new Star Wars suck.
That was such a stinky movie. That was so bad. That was a really bad movie.
Yes, but I think that's about it. Anything else you want to say about Star Wars? Or about these new ones or anything?
No, I'm just sorry that they didn't get to go out with dignity. But I do appreciate very much the re-edit where I feel like I got a little
bit of soul back.
Yeah, I did. I felt I could. It felt good to grieve properly. I appreciated that.
Definitely, we all do.
Very much. That was so good. I'm not kidding you. That cry, I was like, I wanted to save that. And
I think it's coming around probably around the holidays, probably in between and somewhere in between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I would assume that he's going to try to release it. So,
well, I just think it's a shame that they didn't do that to begin with. That they edit my words.
you don't need to be subbed here. You're good. You can say whatever.
Because they
curse
fucked
words
it
you
up.
want.
They just fucked up the movie. They ruined it.
Yes.
But no, I'm so thrilled for that little piece of re-edit that
can make us care about Star Wars.
Yes, and the real directors and stuff they have a lot to learn.
Take
yes.
notes.
Oh yes, watch out.
And the fact that if we could have written it differently, it would have been written differently. But the fact that he took the crap that was filmed and can make it good is what I consider impressive. He's worked on this for at least 8 months now, I think. He's seen the movie over 60 times, and he has to edit it every scene.
I'm sorry, he's seen it over 60 times, and he's still
alive.
Yes, that's amazing, because, it would suck the life out of me.
And I mean, just clarifying before we close out here, but we're all okay when people like the movie. It's okay if you like the film.
Oh yeah.
Little kids can like it. I can totally see how little boys and girls might like it.
Everyone has different. There's different because people are growing up in a different world. Like I said, when I grew up, this came out. You didn't have cell phones. We didn't have that technology. It was a whole different world of movies, and the world was different. But I think throughout time, they still need to put characters. You still have to build characters, and we have to care about them. Just because you have technology doesn't mean,
doesn't mean it's going to be a good product or anything.
Yep.
Yep, yeah. I agree. Well said, Mom.
Thank you.
All right. Closing out.
Okay. Bye, guys.